day for me, we had some people lobby us in Parliament, and we had a woman, and she sat in a wheelchair, and she said to me, I've got this condition that my bones grate on each other and they're brittle and they break, and so I'm in constant pain. So she's in a wheelchair, and she said, I enjoy my laptop and my online stuff, and I enjoy my son, who's 21, and that's my life. And I can get around, but I'm in a lot of pain, so I take a lot of drugs. Well, about 8 years before she had brain cancer, they operated, they cut it out. She thought she'd beaten it, but it came back 8 years later. And so she said to me, I'm in pain, I've got this bone disease, I'm going to die, the brain cancer is going to get to the point where I'm going to struggle to breathe and I'm going to go dually and all that stuff. I want the choice to be able to pick when I die. And she said that to me with such feeling and such passion and such pleading that I just thought to myself, I come from a choice, pro-choice thinking, and I said, who am I to deny her the right? Okay, so I agreed with it. Okay, so subject to safeguards, you probably can't get enough safeguards, but I felt when I saw that woman, that's when I decided which way I was going to vote. Okay, so you can vote and support legislation all the way through to the final stage, because you're going to watch it get improved and changed. So you can support it all the way through. It's the final vote that counts. What you do leading up to it is irrelevant. It's the final vote. And I support most legislation as it goes through the House and through the selection process and select committee process and through submissions, and things get improved and they actually do work and they get good law. And then the final result is quite a bit different from what started out. And so I support a lot of legislation to go all the way through the process, and then I look at the end and I go, what have we got? What have we ended up with? Yes, I can live with this. No, I can't. As a party, we have to vote. We all agree in the caucus. We have a vote. It's democracy, and whoever the majority is, and it has to be a substantial majority. We pick our route. With social issues like that, it's a conscience vote. And so the euthanasia is a conscience vote. The abortion bill, there is no winners. Okay, you will never ever. It's just one of those topics. It's a nightmare. I wish it would never come up. It came up. I supported it through to the end result, and then on the final vote I looked at the legislation and I went, nah, this is not an improvement on what we had. It might have had some good things in it, but there was also a lot of bad stuff in it, so I opposed it. Okay, that doesn't mean I oppose abortion. I know plenty of women that have had abortions when they've needed it. They've had to go through a few hoops, but they've had it. So I didn't see it as an improvement, so I voted against it. Not because I'm against abortion, I just voted against it. So in this room, there are people that will say, well, I'm not going to vote for you now because you said that, Matt. And there's a bunch of other people that say, oh, well. And it's a no-win situation, so I avoid it like the plague. So you're the only difficult question I'm going to have tonight.